We are back. Hello, peoples. Welcome to the podcast. I'm joined by my first podcast participant. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Mickey.
Yes, this is my best friend of many years, and we are going to be talking about
Don't ask
anime.
why I'm.
We're going to be mainly talking about anime, and yes, but some random stuff will be involved. And yeah, I have no idea why I'm talking like this, but
Just own it. Carry on the accent. Come on, come on. Come on, you
sure.
school warrior.
Right.
Come on, you school warrior.
We're mainly going to be talking about anime, and then some random stuff will be in it as well, right? So, would you like to start, or what should I start?
Oh,
No, okay, you've made that
you
very
go.
All right, so I'm gonna start talking about One Piece, yay, and then I'll give like my little review of what I've watched so far, and then you can tell me if you want to watch it, if you know what I mean. And yes, I am counting Pokemon as an anime as well.
No, it's too mainstream.
I know it's too mainstream, but I'm counting it as an anime.
All right, but you can't recommend it to people. Everyone's already seen it.
Everyone's seen Pokemon. Come on, if you haven't seen Pokemon, where have you been? If you've been living under a rock or something, if you haven't seen Pokemon, who's got
All right.
hiccups?
No, I'm.
Right, so One Piece is brilliant. I've watched 306 episodes. Let's start off when Luffy meets Zoro. So this is like one of the first episodes. So he's just beat Alvida on that pirate ship boat, and he's in this little city, and he's gone to see the best swordsman. Well, quote unquote best swordsman. He is sick though. He is really sick.
Good for him.
Roronoa Zoro. I said it Zoro. Zoro, not Zoro. Right, so Sanji calls him Mosshead, but at this point you haven't even met Sanji, so right, he goes to see him. He convinces him to join his crew. Yeah. And then the fight Axe and Morgan, the first like big bad guy, apart from Alvida, although she has like a 5 million berry bad. This is when you meet the Marines as well, the people who don't like the pirates. So, yeah.
No.
do you want to know who Roronoa Zoro is on my profile picture?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it is the guy next to on the right hand side, next to the dude with the big smile on his face.
All right.
Alright, yeah, so I'm gonna talk about all the crew members and then and talk about moves they do and like arcs. I wanna talk about arcs as well. Right, so where was I? Yeah, Axel Morgan is a Marine, they beat him. Now they move on to I'd say the first arc where they fight Buggy. That's when you meet Nami. Oh God, what I forgot what it's.
Get on with it.
All right. Jesus, providing entertainment here. Bit too aggressively. So Nami, the navigator.
Bit of a generous definition of entertainment there.
She tries like fooling them because she doesn't like pirates, and I'll explain why. But then she joins the crew. Next is Sanji, his arc. I love his arc. This is where you meet 20 million berry bounty Don. No, is it 15 or it's 10, 15 or 20 million berry bounty Don Krieg. Right, so this guy, so they meet Sanji. They find out he's a good chef, and then they try and hire him as his chef. He says no. Don Krieg comes along, ordering food, being an idiot about it though. Luffy beats him. I'm literally summing up everything in a nutshell here. Like, I could talk for hours. It feels like it's been going for hours as well. Yeah, so the beat Don Krieg, like very good action, and then Sanji joins the crew. Oh, I forgot about Usopp. Usopp was before Sanji, but that's when. Yeah, I forgot his name, but he's like he uses claws to beat him, and then they beat him, and then Usopp joins. Your internet connection is unstable. Thank you. Thanks. Apparently, my internet connection is very unstable right now. Did you see that? Right, so what are you doing unmuting your mic and muting it again? You're like, oh my god. Right, so the beating, Usopp joins the crew. Next is Arlong Park. That's a good arc. So I'm literally giving out spoilers here. So Nami betrays the crew, and yeah, Arlong is a fishman. Fishmen are strong in water.
Nami, you bitch.
Right, I'll keep that in. I'm not bothered. I'll just set it to content not suitable for kids then. I can actually do that.
Nami, you naughty person.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I can actually set the video to not child friendly, so you have to be 18 and over to listen to it. Which I didn't want, but I have to now, so yeah. So yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot, alright?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So Nami betrays him. Luffy goes to Arlong Park, beats Arlong, and very emotional scenes happen that I don't want to go talk too much into, or I can do later.
Go talk too much into. We want to hear it. The
right,
people, America wants to hear it.
So it goes to Nami's backstory. How she's a good navigator and good at drawing maps. So Arlong technically kidnaps her. Her mum. Jesus Christ. Her mum dies because Arlong kills her because she didn't pay the tax for living in that city, and then she gets an Arlong tattoo signed on, which is very emotional. Yeah. And then the whole town sees it and they disown her and disgrace her, so she just goes to. Oh well, she did betray the crew. Anyway.
That's her own fault.
Right. So yeah, that happens, and then they're at Arlong Park. Luffy's beating Arlong, and then he starts ripping up all the maps that Nami drew as a kid. I thought that was pretty emotional for Arlong anyway. Well, he's an idiot, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, what the maps?
Next, Chopper. The little arc before the best arc in the early days. Well, I won't say it's a really good arc before time. It's one of the best arcs before time skip. I'm still on before time skip because I've only seen 305 episodes out of the 900 and something. Like 500 and something's the time skip. So,
jeez.
Yeah, no, I want to get to time skip and then I have to watch it in Japanese with subtitles, but that's fine.
Binge watch that.
Right, so next, Chopper. This little arc before Alabasta. So you meet a new person who joins the crew. They hire him as his doctor, and he's like a little reindeer who's at the devil fruit, the human devil fruit. And,
the devil's letter.
Do you know what? It probably looked like that. But it doesn't matter. He can morph into stages, and he has these rumble balls to help him see where people's weak spots are.
I mean, if you've seen this, you've definitely been on the devil's lettuce.
Yeah, he's a talking reindeer as well, and he can walk on 2 feet. So I think
All right,
everyone's.
I'm sorry, but I they've definitely been on the devil's lettuce if they're seeing the talking reindeer, mate.
It'll be funny if like one of the last episodes show Chopper as just a weird reindeer, and they've all been, yeah, this whole time.
Oh,
So
they're all stoned as Shaggy.
yes, and then next, so Alabasta. There's 6 members on the crew. You've got Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, Chopper. Go to Alabasta. This is where you meet. I want to talk about Logtown as well, but they go to Logtown before they meet Chopper. But I'll talk about Alabasta. This is where they meet Luffy's brother, Fire Fist Ace, Port Gasti Ace. So, yes, and I forgot to mention the Marine Captain Smoker. Yes, his devil fruit is literally him turning into smoke whilst he's smoking.
Jesus.
So yeah, he's always smoking. So
Good
yeah,
for him.
so he can
Good
turn
for
into
him.
smoke. So they've followed him to Alabasta, and Luffy,
I'm joking.
Luffy, Ace, and fight Captain Smoker and
Now,
his.
people should be. Don't smoke, kids.
Yes. We. Although this is now adult content because you've mentioned devil's lettuce and
Don't smoke at it. Don't smoke 18-year-olds.
Right, so yeah, so Fire Fist Ace and Luffy, I'm gonna call him Ace and Luffy, fight the Marines in Alabasta, and then it turns that, and you've got like these agents that are working for this guy. You've got Mr. Zero, who's the boss, Mr. 1, Mr. 2, Mr. 3, Mr. 4, Mr. 5. Mr. 1, Mr. 1 is actually cool. He can turn himself into a blade. Like, there's like 15 Misters, and
who holds the blade?
No, he can turn his body into a blade because he's at the blade fruit.
Holds it though? Who like holds it?
No,
You know, and jams it into
no,
people?
he can turn any body part into a blade.
Oh right, I thought
He thought he turned himself into a sword or something.
Yeah, exactly. I thought he turned his own himself
Mr.
into
2,
like a
I don't know
sword.
what devil fruit he's ate, but whoever like he touches, he can swipe his face to look like
What?
them. Yes. Now this is actually pretty cool. He touches people and he can swipe his face to
Touches
make
people?
Yeah.
What?
No,
What?
he can touch.
I'm terrified now. You've scared me. I'm scared of Mr.
touch
2
people
now.
on the shoulder now. Yeah, he touches people on the shoulder just so you don't turn this incredibly wrong. And he swipes his face and he can turn into people. Mr. 3, right? So he's can make himself into wax and he can turn people into wax, which I think
What
is
if
pretty.
he just, someone just comes along and melts him whilst he's wax?
He's like a candle. He can make wax and turn people into wax, which is pretty cool.
The Candle Maker. That'd be a sick name.
Mr. 4 is a pitcher in baseball. So his dog, believe this, his dog is a devil fruit user, right? So this gun at a devil fruit, the mut fruit, so it's a dog that's actually a gun. That's pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
So he shoots like baseballs out of his cannon, and Mr. 4's a pitcher, so he smacks them
I was scared what the end of that sentence was when you said he shoots baseballs out of his
cannon.
I was dreading it.
Out of it, the dog shoots baseballs out of his cannon, and
That better not be a euphemism.
Mr. 4 smacks them whilst he's fighting Usopp and Chopper.
Next, what? He does what? He smacks him?
Mr. 5,
animal abuse.
No.
Animal abuse.
Mr. 5, he's very interesting. He can turn any body part into an explosive. So he picks his nose and he flicks his bogey at people, and
When
it's
he
actually it's actually an explosive.
So if he turns like his arm into an explosive, yeah, and it blows up, will he no longer have an arm?
No, he'll still have his arm.
And
Right,
I thought he
Mr.
said
Zero, the main person of the arc, Crocodile, one of the 7 warlords of the sea. Until Luffy spacks him out where the government have a meeting with the current warlords to talk about
Brexit.
to talk about who should be the next warlord, which they haven't set. So so Crocodile is stopping rainfall in Alabasta, which is making people die of starvation and thirst. So he's made out of sand. His devil fruit is sand. Like, he can turn himself into sand, which is pretty cool.
Like Sandman.
Yeah, he is a bit like Sandman. Luffy, using his big boy brain in fights, uses water the second time he fights him. He fights him 3 times and he wins the 3rd one.
Well, then, he loses the
That's
first
why
2 then, doesn't he? So
yeah, but he won. He won the fight because he beat him. Luffy lost twice, but he came back from it. Crocodile didn't come back from it. So Luffy, first time he beats him in the desert whilst his friends are traveling to Crocodile's place. Crocodile beats him. Second time he uses water because he knows he can beat him with water, but he absorbs the water to make himself stronger. So that's how he loses. And then 3rd time, Luffy uses his blood so he can hit him, which is pretty smart.
Jesus.
Which is pretty smart. And then that's when Nico Robin, his sidekick, kill
Robin.
No, it's not actually a Robin. It's a woman.
I was asking, yeah.
I'll talk about it. I'll talk about her. So she joins the crew. She's quite an anonymous person until about around the 270 mark. So next, so they go on crazy adventures. The next big arc, which I didn't really enjoy that much, but it's a good arc, Sky Pier, is where they fight Eneru, the power of the rum fruit, which makes him electrical. He's God pretty much. So Luffy fights him because he's made out of rubber.
So is he a BTEC Zeus, or?
Yes, but except
Like from Rick and Morty?
Yeah, yes. So next, Luffy's made out of rubber. He fights him, beats him. It took him a couple of tries again. Yeah. So,
made out of rubber?
Yeah, it's made out of rubber.
How'd he beat him if he was made out of rubber?
Electric can't touch rubber.
Alright, I thought it just like rubbed him out.
Oh my god. Just once you finish One Punch Man, watch One Piece, please. I beg you. Right, okay. So next arc, a big one, Water 7 and Enies Lobby. Water 7. Now this is huge spoilers for Enies Lobby. Just saying. So these shipwrights, obviously repair ships. They go in Mary, their boat is destroyed. And they fight this guy called Frankie, who I know he joins the crew, but he hasn't. He joins the crew, but I haven't seen that part yet because it's been spoiled for me.
Who spoiled it?
The internet.
Right, so you searched it up.
No, I didn't. I was searching like episodes of fillers, and then it came up with people who joined the crew. No.
The internet's just.
So the fight They fight Frankie and the Frankie Pirates.
They fight Benny's next. Frankie
No.
and Benny's.
No,
Oh.
no, there's no such thing as Benny's. Well, if you want to make a joke, yes, his Frankie family is Benny's. Frankie and Ben, yeah.
Okay.
And then they have Usopp and Luffy have a huge conflict about the boat. They have a huge conflict about the boat, like saying, get rid of it, don't get rid of it. So they have a fight in Water 7.
Right, I'll see you in a bit. I'm going home.
All right,
Bye.
okay, right, I'll just add you back to the thingy. Okay, right, he's gone. Right, so where was that? So Luffy and Zara, Luffy and Usopp have a huge conflict about the boat. Luffy and Usopp have a fight in Water 7, which means therefore he gets, yeah. He beats Usopp, so Usopp has now disappeared, yeah. So it turns out the world government, also known as CP9, are attacking the mayor because he has the blueprints to the boat. And it turns out Frankie does because Frankie is also known as Cutty Flam, who was a friend of Tom's who built the boat for the Pirate King Gold Rogers. And then, so the world government and CP9 fight Luffy and his crew in Water 7. They lose, and it turns out some of the shipwrights were actually working for the world government, and then that's like a huge turn of events, like flips around, yeah. So after that, the world government have abducted Robin because Robin acts weird, and she said she'll work for CP9 and kill herself so that the Straw Hats can survive. So they've abducted Robin, took her to Enies Lobby. Now this is where I'm up to. Best arc yet. I love Enies Lobby. Right. So some of the shipwrights are part of CP9, and they all Rob Lucci. My God, that guy at the cat fruit. Big up. So he can turn himself into a leopard. Yeah, so I'll talk more about that. So the crew have gone to Enies Lobby, took out most of the 10,000 guards, and killed. And Spandam, who I haven't talked about, but he plays a big part, is the CP9 leader, but he has the power level of a guard, which is funny. Crew goer get into the building, and it turns out they have to fight each member of CP9 to get a key to unlock Robin's cuffs. So as they're doing that, Spandam goes. Yeah, he goes to. He goes across the bridge to get to the gates of justice, where Robin's fate shall be decided. Robin's backstory, I really don't want to get into because it's huge spoilers. Why the world government don't like her. So I wanna like keep it to myself so I don't ruin it. I've ruined most stuff actually, but I'm gonna keep this one anonymous for you guys to find out. So get you watching all the way to like 270s to 80s, and yeah. So, each member's fighting the CP9 members, while Luffy goes to stop Rob Lucci Turns out they beat all the CP9 members. And I've not watched the whole of the arc yet. I'm up to where Lucci and Luffy are fighting, which is like 304 and 5. Lucci turned himself into a leopard, whilst Luffy in this arc took out one of the CP9 members himself, who didn't actually have a key. Used Gear 2 and Gear 3, which makes him stronger. And also learns one of the CP9 moves whilst he's at it. Yeah, which is really good. And then Zoro takes out Kaku, one of the shipwrights. Sanji takes out this wolf. This guy ate this fruit that could make him a wolf. And this part's actually funny because when they're fighting, he uses Diablo Jambe, one of the best moves in history. Knocks him out, but first, before he uses it, he drops a key and tells a fake story about it, and then he says, "I'm going to have to kick your dumbass twice as hard for that." And yeah, knocks him out. Nami defeats Cauliflower. Chopper defeats, I don't know what he's called, but his hair is like an octopus and he can he's very strong. Frankie helps the Straw Hat Pirates and he manages to take out Chopper himself, and this is actually a funny part because he's spinning into the building as a big ball, and then Frankie's like, I can stop the movement because he uses Frankie's Centaur, he's a cyborg, and then stops the movement and then makes him die, get wounded. Yeah. So this is Kaku Chapapa, Door fruit guy who Luffy used Gear 2 on, Cauliflower, Kaku, Wolf Dude. This is what I'm calling them. They're all gone. Rob Lucci and Spandam remain. So Spandam's on the bridge to the Gates of Justice, where Frankie is trying to save Robin from Spandam and get into the Gates of Justice. Right, this is the part where I'm up to now. So Lucci and Luffy are fighting. Lucci was winning until Luffy uses both Gear 2 and Gear 3 on him. And then when he uses a Gear 3 Gum giant pistol! Breaks the whole building. Turns out Rob Lucci is on a ship. And then he knows that once he's got Gear 3 on, he can't move as fast. And he's currently fighting Luffy, and that's all what I've seen up to of One Piece. I've summed it down in a nutshell, but I'm going to talk about my favourite arcs and why I like them now, and characters relationships. Like my favourite character relationship is Zoro and Sanji. They hate each other so much. I don't understand. Mosshead. That's what Sanji calls Zoro. Also, I like Sanji by himself as well. I like to call him Simpin Sanji because he tries to flirt with girls all the time. That's why he lost to Cauliflower in the Ennis lobby for that. Because he likes Cauliflower like he does with all of his women, and then did the animation with his heart eyes, and then yes, she used her bubble fruit to turn him into soap. And Nami, this is Cauliflower's actually pretty a good fight. She uses her navigation skills and like detecting weather to defeat her, which is pretty smart with the weather stick that Usopp gave her. Sniper King is Usopp in disguise. I'm sorry, I did it to you. If you're not up to that part. Sniper King is aka Usopp, is very funny. He's on the top of the Ennis Lobby building, sniping people on the bridge going to the Gates of Justice. That's like 500 meters away. 500 meters away, yeah. Which is like 500 meters away, which is incredibly funny. And he's like, how the hell is he hitting us from here? Our rifles can't even reach him. He's using like this huge slingshot and using explosives to hit him, which is pretty funny. Right, Sanji, one of my favourite characters. I like them all really. Worst characters that I don't really like that much. Buggy. I know he's one of the early days people, but he's just an idiot, really. Like he's at the chop fruit, so he can turn any body part, like slice it off, and it float, and yeah. Arcs. So if putting them in order, top three is Ennis Lobby, Water 7, and Alabaster. They're three of the best arcs before time skip, in my opinion. But although I haven't seen all the arcs before time skip, I know filler arcs coming up. That might be interesting. I don't know. Yeah. This has not been the end of the podcast because I'll get Mickey's opinion about One Punch Man. Until then, I'll see you in a minute. Well, a second. All right, we're back. I don't think Michael's available. I'll talk about One Punch Man. Right, what I know. I remember watching all of the episodes, but I've literally forgot everything. Oh, you don't understand. We'll be talking about Pokemon as well. Pokemon gonna catch a ball. Well, I won't be talking about One Punch Man for long, because the only thing I can remember, like, two of the people he fights and his backstory. Like, his backstory is pretty funny. They make something that should be sad so incredibly funny, like him training so hard that he loses all of his hair and he has like an egg-shaped head, and also him defeating this incredibly huge man with one punch. And then, do you know what also is funny? This Wasp woman he fights that. I'm not even going to get into that. I'll let you watch One Punch Man yourself. It's pretty funny. Right, Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon. Right. Pokemon. Right, this is funny as hell. Right. It's very childish as well, like a childish anime, and it's one of the most watched animes because it's not on like websites on the internet, or like it's on Netflix, but yeah. Ash Ketchum gets Pikachu. Pikachu doesn't like him. And then him going on his great adventure, meeting friends. Like one of my favourite ones is the where he goes to the Alolan area. Like just seeing different forms of Pokemon's very interesting. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've not with One Punch Man. I've not watched any. I've watched them all, but I just can't remember anything because it's been time since I've watched them. Well, anyway, if you guys have liked the podcast or liked Michael's like 10-15 minutes appearance, you'll probably see him again in one of the next casts. Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below what kind of stuff you'd want me to be doing with Michael. If he's on one of the podcasts or any people on the cast. I'll get anyone on the cast. Well, not anyone, but you guys as viewers, tell me like what I should do in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more. Goodbye.